to my channel. So now we are here inside the ferry. We are still here in the beautiful Lake Como here in northern Italy. We are inside the ferry because we are heading to Menaggio. Menaggio is another town here in Lake Como. It is situated in the, I think, the western part of Lake Como. So we are coming from Bellagio. So we're heading there now. It's about 10-15 minute ferry ride from Bellagio. So in this video, guys, we're gonna be exploring the village of Menaggio. So join us as we explore the village of Menaggio. So right now we are seated inside the ferry because upstairs on the upper deck of the ferry it's quite windy and the kids are chilly when they were cold when they were up there in this morning. So we decided to stay here at the lower deck of the ferry. In about a couple of minutes we're gonna be arriving in Menaggio. So guys, we have a day pass, a ferry day pass that we bought in Delano. That's the place where we're staying at. That's another town on the east side of Lake Como. So we bought a day pass, a ferry day pass that circles around the middle of Lake Como. So in the middle of Lake Como, there's like several villages that you can visit with that day pass. That includes Bellagio, which is the most popular village, then Menaggio and Verena. Those are like the three most popular villages here in the Lake Como area. So with that day pass, you can do a day trip along those villages, explore each villages in a matter of hours, get the feel of the village and enjoy Lake Como in the different parts of the lake in those villages. So yes, I highly suggest getting a day pass, and that will be your day trip for exploring the beautiful Lake Como. So guys, as I was saying, if you want to explore Lake Como in a day, getting a ferry day pass is a good value because it allows you to dock or visit different villages in the middle of the lake. All the popular villages in Lake Como, Menaggio, Bellagio, and Verena, they're in the middle part of Lake Como. And we bought the middle of the lake shuttle pass. I mean, that's the ferry day pass that brings you in those villages, rather than taking like a private boat, which is so expensive if you hire a private boat. It's an hourly rate, and with it's a much better value if you take that. So and also it's quite convenient if you take the ferry day pass. You just have to know the time and the number of your ferry, and then you just get on, get off, and then you're all set. So as you can see, guys, we're the only ones here in the lower deck, so there's plenty of space. If you're traveling with your family and you have young kids, you know, it's quite spacious. Plenty of space for your kids to run around, or, you know, their own space for your kids. Maybe in the summer it's a little different. Maybe there's more people, but right now it's September 10th. So I don't know if that makes a difference, but you know, it's currently 12 noon right now. So maybe a lot of people are in the villages having lunch, or they're out and about exploring the villages. But right now we're heading to Menaggio. So stay tuned, guys. We're gonna bring you to Menaggio, and we'll bring you along exploring the village of Menaggio here in the beautiful Lake Como. Alright guys, so we are now here in the village of Menaggio. So we just got off the boat and now it's 12 now. So we're gonna go stop first and get something for lunch. So I'll check with you guys later. Okay guys, so now we are heading to Piazza Garibaldi. Piazza Garibaldi is one of the main plaza here in the village of Menaggio. So we're gonna start our walking tour from Piazza Garibaldi. From there, we're gonna head on to our next destination. But along the way, we're gonna look for a place to eat. But for now, we're gonna be heading to Piazza Garibaldi and then hopefully get a restaurant with a nice view of the beautiful Lake Como. So now, just to give you a perspective of what the streets look like here in Menaggio. So it's quite different from Bellagio. The streets of Bellagio are much more beautiful. I mean, in my opinion. But this one is wider. As you can see, there's a bus. In Bellagio, the streets are narrow and only cars can get through. So Menaggio, guys, as I mentioned earlier, is one of the popular towns or villages here along Lake Como. So there are some shops here, some boutiques. But here in Menaggio, you can see the pedestrian sidewalk is much wider compared to the one in Bellagio. So this is the restaurant. So now we are seated here in our table, and this is our view here. Another lunch with the view of the beautiful Lake Como. So the family's right here. Okay guys, so let me show you what the menu is in this restaurant. So the name of this restaurant is Ristorante del Porto. So let me show you the appetizers. Here are the prices. This is the in Menaggio. So the plaza is located in the waterfront. So here's the view of the waterfront. So there's a pedestrian walkway that leads you all the way to the piazza. So there's a taxi station right here, water taxi station. So there's restaurants here. So now we have arrived here at the Piazza Garibaldi. So let me show you what the village of Menaggio look like from Piazza Garibaldi. So here in Piazza Garibaldi, you'll see restaurants, bars, hotels. So now we're gonna head to this famous church here in Menaggio. So this is the main square here in Menaggio. And right here, on one of the streets that extends out of the piazza, is this church right here. So here there's like a lot of cafes, a lot of boutiques. This is the famous church right here. Okay, so the name of that church is Santa Marta Church. Street. So Via Calvi is just a short street with a lot of cafes, a lot of restaurants, boutiques, stores right here as you can see. And now we're gonna head to St. Stephen's Church. So here's a view of Menaggio. There's another church right here. So I guess this is St. Stephen's Church right here. Yeah, so we're now gonna go to Viale Benedetto Castelli. So Viale Benedetto Castelli is a street here. It's a street facing the lake. So this is the street called Viale Benedetto Castelli. And this is the beach, Menaggio Beach. Okay, so guys, we're now going to head back. So that concludes the tour of the village of Menaggio. So the village of Menaggio, it's not that big. So most of the buildings or most of the main spots or main sites here in the village of Menaggio are near the waterfront. So they're you can walk to them easily. So now the ferry terminal is right there. So we're just gonna walk this street along the waterfront, and it's gonna lead us back to the ferry station. This is the spot where we had lunch. Ristorante del Porto. So we are now back at the ferry station. So this is the line where you need to purchase ferry tickets. This is the line. But since we already got our day pass, we just fall in line to the entrance to the ferry. Alright, so just like that, we are back here in Delano. So right here, we're just gonna get some gelato for the kids. So guys, if you like this video, if you like our tour of Menaggio, please give it a like, subscribe to my channel, comment down below, and I'll see you guys in my next video. Bye guys!